You're about to find out something men often miss. The quiet signals of deep female attraction are covered up by fear. Intro signs. She is deeply attracted to you but fears you'll reject her. You've spent time with women for a long time to know when one likes you, right? But here is the catch. What if I said that some of the women who are most into you are the ones who rarely show it at all? They hesitate. They avoid eye contact. They might even seem disinterested on purpose, but inside they're hooked. Emotionally, subconsciously, intensely. You see, attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's covered in silence, buried behind self-doubt, covered up by the fear of rejection. That fear, it's real. She's scared you'll not understand her intentions, scared that being honest might end in pain or embarrassment. And if you've ever lost a woman who is secretly into you, you're not alone. Let me ask you, have you ever seen a woman acting weird around you, as if she wanted to say something but didn't? Or maybe you've misunderstood a moment that could have been everything. Let's discuss it in the comments. Welcome to The Manipulated Mind, your #1 channel for true, honest, and understanding advice on handling love, connection, and the small cues of the heart. Today, we're showing the hidden signs that a woman is deeply attracted to you but afraid you'll reject her. And once you learn these signals, you'll never overlook them again. Now, before we look at the signs, I want to tell you a story that feels strong. I read it on a relationship website, and truly, it could be your story. It's about a guy named Eric and a woman named Sophie. Two people who did not know each other, one spark and one error that cost them a chance at something real. The story: Eric and Sophie. Eric had a habit. Every morning before work, he went to the same coffee shop. But it wasn't just the caffeine that kept him returning. It was Sophie, the barista who somehow remembered everything about him. His coffee order, black with a little synonym on rainy days, sweetened almond milk on sunny ones. She'd give it to him with a playful smile before he even asked. She remembered the details, the kind of details only someone who's looking closely remembers. She'd make fun of his routine, gently roast his same order, and always found a way to keep the conversation alive, even when there was a queue behind him. At first, Eric thought, she's just being nice. It's her job, right? But then he started seeing the small things. How she hesitated before giving him the cup, as if thinking whether to say something else. How she pushed her hair behind her ear every time he spoke. How she'd stay in the moment just a second longer than needed. One morning, Sophie easily asked, "So, what's your weekend going to be?" Eric moved his shoulders. "Probably just the usual," he said with a smile. And in that second, she paused. I see why, if she wanted to say something more, but then she just smiled, gave him the cup, and left. What Eric didn't know was this. That wasn't chit-chat. That was her offer, her chance. A soft yet brave try to take the next step. But she was also afraid. Sophie wasn't the kind of girl to make the first move strongly. She feared rejection, feared not understanding the signs, feared that if she tried, he'd leave. Eric, thinking she was just being polite, decided not to think too much. Over the next few weeks, he moved away, thinking he was being nice, not clingy, not delusional. Sophie, after that, felt the change, and just like that, she started moving away too. Then one day, Eric entered the coffee shop, and she wasn't there. He questioned the new barista. "Where's Sophie?" "Oh, Sophie," the barista said, "she left last week. Said she needed a new beginning." And in that time, it hit him like a heavy blow. He realized for weeks, maybe even months, he'd not been seeing something real, something special, and now it was over. Now tell me, should Eric have picked up on the signs? Have you ever had a time like that where you understood too late what someone was trying to say? Put your story in the comments. We want to listen to you. Now that we've understood how easy it is to misunderstand a woman's signals, let's look at the key signs that she's deeply into you but fears you might reject her. Watch carefully. These signs are quiet, soft, easy to overlook. But once you learn to recognize them, you'll never misread the moment again. Sign number 1, she hesitates before starting conversations. A woman who's deeply attracted to you but fears being rejected won't always start a conversation easily. She might want to talk to you, in fact. She might practice what to say a dozen times in her head, but something holds her back. A quiet war in her mind between wanting connection and fearing embarrassment. She may write out a message only to remove it. She sees you online, waits over your profile, but doesn't reach out. She waits, hoping, praying, wondering if maybe you'll be the one to make the first move. In person, she opens her mouth to speak, then closes it, giving only a smile or a shy nod. Ever had a woman say, "Oh my God, I was just about to text you," right after you message her? That's not just luck, that's vulnerability wrapped in hesitation. Tie it back to Sophie. She asked about Eric's weekend, not just to make conversation. She was giving an olive branch, a bridge, hoping he'd cross it. When he didn't, she withdrew. If you notice a woman pausing before she speaks to you or nervously finding reasons to start a conversation, she's not uninterested. She's just waiting for you to give her a sign, a reason to open up. Sign number 2, she avoids direct eye contact but steals glances. Eye contact is powerful. It's one of the most honest forms of communication and also one of the scariest when feelings are involved. If a woman is confident and openly into you, she'll hold your gaze. But if she's attracted to you and afraid of what she feels, that changes everything. She watches you, but when you look at her, her eyes jump away like she's been found. You might see her looking at you when you're not paying attention. She might look over from across the room, then act to look at something else. In group settings, she watches you more than anyone else, but when you turn her way, she pulls back, every time. Why? Because locking eyes with someone you're drawn to is very intimate, and to her, it's a risk, a scary moment where her emotions might be shown too soon. So instead, she plays it safe. She steals moments, not knowing if they'll ever mean something more. If this sounds familiar, you might be seeing interest disguised as fear. Sign number 3, she fidgets with nervous energy around you. Body language doesn't lie. In fact, it often tells you more than a woman's words ever could. If she's into you but unsure how you feel, her body will betray her. She'll fidget. She might play with her hair, turning it, smoothing it, or running her fingers through it again and again. Fix her clothes, adjusting her sleeves, pulling her top, or checking her makeup. Tap her foot, move in her seat, or touch her face without knowing it. Fidget with jewelry or her phone, even when she's not using it. Why does this happen? Because she's trying to hold her excitement and anxiety. She wants to seem calm, but the emotional pressure comes out through movement. The more invested she is, the more work she puts into hiding it, and that tension needs a release. So, next time you see a woman clearly more restless around you, don't just think she's uncomfortable. She might be nervously holding back a heart full of curiosity and desire. Make sure you watch until the very end, because the most important signs are still coming up. Don't miss this. Sign number 4. She asks roundabout questions about your relationships. This one's a well-known sign and also one of the most missed. If she wants to know if you're free, she's not always going to ask straight out. That's too dangerous. Instead, she'll say things like, "So, are you dating anyone right now?" But in a relaxed, offhand tone. "Bet your girlfriend's happy," just to see how you respond. You seem like the kind of guy who always has someone, or even teases you about being a heartbreaker just to check your reaction. Why all the acting? Because if she asks and you say you're taken, ouch. And if you say you're not into her, even worse. So she acts it cool. Asks like she's not really asking. But trust me, she wants a very particular answer. Just like Sophie asking Eric about his weekend. She was wishing he'd say, "Nothing much. Want to meet up?" When he didn't, she pulled inward. If a woman is checking your relationship status without fully asking, she's feeling out the waters to see if it's okay to dive in. Sign number 5. She listens carefully to your conversations. When a woman is truly attracted to you, even if she's scared to show it, she listens differently. She doesn't just listen to your words, she takes them in, keeps them, because in her mind, you are important. You might tell a short story about something that happened in your childhood, and weeks later, she'll mention it. You offhandedly mention your favorite band, and she shocks you by sending a link to their concert dates. You say you had a hard day at work, and the next time you talk, she asks how it was. These aren't just nice gestures, they're emotional bookmarks. She's remembering what matters to you, because emotionally, you've already made a mark on her. People don't recall details about people they don't care about. But when a woman is into you, she creates emotional memory around your words. And that, even more than a confident move, is proof of real connection. Sign number 6. She remembers small details about your past. This goes one step further than just listening. It's not just about what you said, it's about how you felt when you said it. A woman who's emotionally invested will remember the emotional importance behind your stories. You mentioned a painful breakup once. She brings it up with kindness and empathy. You talked about a dream you had 5 years ago. She asks if you're still following it. She remembers more than you do, not because she's focused, but because she's been paying attention on a deeper level. This is emotional intimacy in disguise. Even if she hasn't clearly told you how she feels, her mind and heart have already created space for you. So if she remembers the small, hidden parts of your story, she's showing love in the only way she feels safe doing so, quietly. Sign number 7. She gently mirrors your body language. Mirroring is one of the most interesting indicators of attraction. And what makes it so strong is that people do it without thinking. If she's drawn to you emotionally, mentally, or physically, her body will copy yours. You cross your arms, a few seconds later, she does the same. You lean forward when talking, she does too. You take a sip of your drink, she naturally does too. This is called social synchrony, and it's backed by psychology. It's how our brains build comfort, rapport, and closeness without saying a word. She's not imitating you to be strange. She's connecting with you because she feels connected. And if she's mirroring your movements even a little, you've already made a space where her guard is starting to drop. Sign 8. She laughs in a worried way or awkwardly around you. This one, it's sweet and true. Have you ever told a story that wasn't even that funny, but she laughed anyway? Not just laughed, but that sharp-sounding kind of awkward, I'm trying not to act too excited type of laugh? That's her worry speaking. She's not trying to win an Oscar for Best Comedy Audience. She's trying to hide her nervous energy. When someone laughs around someone they're drawn to, they often do it more than normal. Not because the joke was good, but because their body is full of dopamine and adrenaline. And if she laughs, then quickly looks away or plays with her hair afterwards, she's hoping you didn't notice how much you change her. This kind of laughter is less about fun and more about chemistry. If her laugh changes around you, she's not just liking your company, she's emotionally very nervous. In the best way possible. You're learning crucial secrets now. If you've made it this far into the video, type "I see the signs" in the comments. Let the group know you're paying attention. Let others see that they're not alone. Every comment you leave, every story you share, helps someone else realize, wait, I'm not the only one who missed this. We read every single comment, and we build this channel with you, the Manipulated Mind family, in our heart. So now you know the hidden signs, the quiet cues that show a woman's interest, even when fear holds her back. Don't let these moments pass you by, because sometimes the love that changes your life is the one that rarely got said out loud. Got something good from this video? Give it a like. It helps more people find this information. Subscribe to The Manipulated Mind for everyday insight on attraction, emotional intelligence, and relationships that really matter. Share this video with someone who could use it. Maybe a friend who's missing the signs too. We've suggested the next best videos for you right here on our channel. Pick one, start watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.